Guys, welcome back to Terrafirmagreg. Last time we made these wonderful greenhouses, the electric ones, and this time we need to do a little cleanup. We've got a whole bunch of silicon ingots that can only be made in EBF circuit 1, and we only have the one EBF, and that's in circuit 2, so we can do stuff faster. So that's what we want to do this wonderful day, so let's get to it. Alright, so I am out of chromium. I need more, so I think it's time to upgrade our ore prospector to the HV1. In order to do that, we need aluminum foil, fine copper wire, a glass plate, and a microchip processor because we need a computer monitor. Now we just need to stick all those in an assembler, and it should be good. So we'll come to the assembler here and just throw them in. Okay, good. There's our monitor. Don't need that. Okay, what else do we need? We need an HV emitter and an HV sensor. Chromium rods? Oh no. Oh, and vitrified ender pearls. And the HV emitter also needs chromium rods and vitrified ender pearls. Now, the vitrified ender pearls, we can pyrolyze oven. We got some insulation, kaolinite powder, and ender pearls. This insulation just comes from asbestos dust and borosilicate glass dust. But to get the ender pearl, you have to kill some endermen, or just get some ender dust. Yep, entities drop it. Look, here you go. To get ender dust, you can, in a mixer, mix potassium and beryllium. We have beryllium and potassium, so we can get the ender dust that way. And to make the ender pearl, you'd have to use the implosion compressor to get the ender dust into a pearl. Okay, so we can do that, but it is a little bit convoluted. So we've run into a little bit of a snag. My axe broke. So I need something else. And why make another axe when I can make a chainsaw? So the ultimate chainsaw here, I can actually make. It's not that bad. The power unit, I've already been making stainless steel stuff like this, so it's not a big deal. The ultimate chainsaw head itself does require some ultimate, and to make that I just need to mix this dust together in an HV mixer. So I mean, we've got chromium, nickel, cobalt, and molybdenum, so let's make some ultimate. We do not have an HV mixer though. We have an HV chemical reactor, and I think we have an HV assembler as well, but we do not have an HV mixer. So I guess we have to add that to the list of things to make. And we are missing the rotor and the tempered glass. The tempered glass is pretty easy. We could just do like 10 glass here, plus 60 oxygen in the arc furnace. Did I say 60? I meant 600. 60 per, so that should actually give us just what we need. There's the advanced mixer done. Okay, so we need to put something here and something here, like a packager and bottler to get stuff into the mixer, but if we put anything here, it's going to be powered by this. But this packer here, guess what we're going to do? We're just going to go bye-bye, bye-bye. Yep. Yes, we are. And the reason we can do that is because this is the output, and we can just add a pipe right here like this, and tell you to connect there, and say, hey, I want you to output above. Anything the packer needs to send to storage, it'll just go into the item pipe into here and get it sent to storage. So that frees up that area, so we can put down, let's say, a bottler right there. Like a packager, right there like that. Put the crate here, and I think I can actually just attach this frog port directly to the crate. I don't think I need a repackager. I could be wrong. We'll see. You, my froggy port friend, are mixer, I believe it's 1 HV? Yeah, it's 1. And you are the HV version, so anything that needs to go to a mixer, an HV mixer 1, you're going to go right here. And then that is going to go into there and into there. Only problem is I can't access the mixer right now. I'll have to crawl down in here. Put that off. Alright, mixer. You are circuit setting 1, and you are outputting all of your stuff to right here. And that's because I've got this item pipe, which I'm going to attach here and bring it... if I can jump out of here. Okay. And then bring that straight up like so. Perfect. Alright, that should work for the, the HV mixer. Let's go check it out, see if it works. Okay, we do have some chromium. Good, because we need 2 of that. And we also need a nickel. A nickel. And a little bit of nickel dust. And we also need, was it 5 cobalt and 1 molybdenum. So we got plenty of cobalt dust. And we have lots of molybdenum dust as well. So that is 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay, send that to the mixer 1 HV. And let's see it go. It goes around, gets picked up. I think the mixer's doing its thing. There's nothing in here. Here we go. I can just barely see the mixer. Yeah, it's making the ultimate dust. Nice! I think it's so loud though. I really should grab my hammer and quiet that stuff up. See what it says, making a loud noise. There we go. It was the generator. Okay, so we should have... What? We should have the ultimate dust now. Let's check. Ultimate dust. Nice. We know that that works. We should add some gauges to the wall and automate it. I know this is a bit of a mess, but yeah, we're just going to roll with it. Alright, ultimate dust. That's where you're going to reside. Ultimate dust, I know I need nickel. And we also need chromium. I don't know if we have chromium on here. Yeah, pretty sure we don't have cobalt or molybdenum in here. So we're going to have to add... Ooh, I can't add that there because that's a liquid spot. So we can add it maybe here. No, that's another liquid spot right there, up there. All right, well, can we add it here? Yes, we can. Can we add it here? Yes, we can. Okay. All right, cobalt dust, check. And then right here, this needs to be molib. It's with the Y, that's why. Molybdenum dust. There we go. Molybdenum dust. And come on, get in there. There you go. Okay, ultimate. You also need cobalt, and you also need molybdenum. It's 5 cobalt, 1 molybdenum, 1 nickel, 2 chromium. That makes 9 ultimate dust. And that is going to be in mixer 1 HV. Yes. And I want to have 16 of those at all times. Let's just do that. All right, that should make all the ultimate dust that we need. And on the other side here, we can add, let's say, the dust there, and we want the ingots here. But first we have to make the hot stuff, and then we can cool it off, just like the silicon. Right, you come from the dust, and you come from the hot ingot. Now, to make the hot one, though, HV, I think we have HV in the EBF and Kanthal coil. So I think we're good, and it's actually a 2, but 2 uses helium gas. Do we have helium gas anywhere? I don't think we do. Oh, wow. We do have monazite dust. That's interesting. Okay. So I guess we could extract that and turn it into helium. I'll make sure we have a spot for the helium downstairs. Is this one full? No, there's still 3 spots left, so we could put helium right here. And I think that's helium gas. So I'll just grab this aluminum drum and get a little bit of this helium, which just makes us float. So let's put it in our backpack. Now we can come over to our liquid storage. We can just take it and plop it in there. Should move the helium over to here and over to here, and there we go. Got some helium gas. Helium in there. Helium. Need 100 millibuckets, and 1 makes 1 hot in the EBF2. Cha-cha. Let's say we always want 16 of these. And let's see if that actually works. There we go. Hot ultimate ingot. Okay, so we've got our first hot ultimate ingot in the system. Very nice. Now we need the regular cool down ingot. Which if we just bathe it with 100 millibuckets of water, it will cool it. And while we're waiting on that, I think we could go ahead and make HV power unit. It means we're gonna have to send one of these rods in to get cut. There we go. So now we can take the stainless steel bolt and lathe it to screw. So we need the screw, we need a couple of gears, a couple of plates, and of course the motor, an HV electric motor. And I think that's good. Do not send that to the lathe, send it to me. We do need the screwdriver and battery, and we have a battery. Okay, so HV power unit, check. We just need the tip. And the chainsaw tip comes from the ultimate. There we go. Ultimate ingots, they need to be turned into plates at the vendor. And we also need a couple of these steel rings. I think you could do the steel ring just by sending a steel ingot to the extruder ring. And have a hammer. Unfortunately, I can't. It would be nice if it would send me everything else that I don't have, so I don't have to have the hammer, but that's just not the way it works, so I guess we'll grab it manually. Steel rings, steel plates, ultimate plates, and that's it. Okay, now we have enough to make ultimate chainsaw head. Check. And we've got the power unit. Does that mean we can make the chainsaw? We can. Check. And there we go. Ultimate chainsaw. As a look. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, well, we need to test this chainsaw out. Absolutely. So, let's... Oh, that's right. I was over here chopping down this stuff. Okay. Now, let's test it on the bamboo. And boink, boink, boink. Ooh, that's pretty fast. I don't know if testing on the bamboo is such a good idea. It's just so easy. Okay, let's go to one of these trees. And if I chop you down, how fast is it? Ooh, that is nice and fast. Cool. I mean, I really don't need to chop down trees unless I'm out in the wilderness or something, or maybe I need to clear some space, so maybe it'll come in handy then. We are on to ender dust. Ender dust needs nitrogen plus beryllium and potassium. And there we go, 5 buckets of nitrogen. The good news is, though, we put in 4 potassium and 1 beryllium, but because of the 5 buckets of nitrogen, we actually get 10 ender dust back. And that is in Mixer 1 HV. So that is actually ready to go. So, to get the ender pearls, we need the implosion compressor. Ah, the implosion compressor is a multi-block. Interesting. Ooh, it's an HV multi-block too then. Okay, okay. Now we're gonna need some obsidian and HV circuits and some cables. All right, that's not too bad. And we're also gonna need maintenance hatch, muffler hatch, energy hatches, outputs, all that good stuff. Solid machine casings. Okay, here we got all the solid machine casings that we need. The next thing is obsidian. That means we're gonna need to get some lava and get it molded into some blocks. Grab our handy dandy steel tongs. Yep, we have some lava right here in this gold drum. So we can pick that up. If we come over to the solidifier, pretty sure we have, yeah, casting mold block. So let's dump some of this in here. We're gonna need 3 of them. Yeah, 3 of them. So now we should have 3 obsidian. There they are. Very good. And you know what? We've got a little bit of this pork. Since I'm making new food anyway, let's feed the doggo. Get his hearts back up, huh? Oh, I can only feed him once. Once a day. Okay, fine. I'll give him some more later. Yeah, good dog. Alright, I went ahead and hooked up all of these machines to item pipes that all go out to this frog that sends it out to storage, so I don't have to worry about all the frogs on this side. So right here, we're going to put our implosion compressor. And if we look at it, it's basically 3x3x3. Let's see, the first layer we can have, looks like anything, hatches, whatever. Second layer can also be hatches, but of course this control block, the implosion compressor itself, has to be in the middle. And then the last one, once again, can be anything. Do I want to put it back here maybe then, instead of right here? I think we're going to take power from here. We're going to go in right here. So let's grab the energy hatch. Put the energy hatch right here. Make sure it's facing this direction and hook up the energy like so. Perfect. We do want the output probably at that level going into the item pipes, or having the item pipes go into it. The input could be anywhere. We could put it on the bottom. So let's take this bus right here. Let's set it like that. Then we can get packager like that. And then the frog we can hook up right there, just like this. Implosion compressor. Sure. And add that to our list. Perfect. Okay, so anything will come into this, go into the bottom. Oh, but we're going to be up there somewhere. So we've got the maintenance hatch and the muffler. The muffler probably should be on the top as well, just sticking up. I kind of like that design. Means we need a lot of these solid casings everywhere else. We could put maintenance right here then. Just like that. Sure. And then we'll go like this. Casings all around here. We have to put the actual implosion compressor in the middle, so do that. So we just have the output bus and the muffler. These go around the outside like so. Okay, the output. Just do the output like right here, just like that. Oh, that's the muffler. But there we go. Output hatch like that. Then we can take this pipe and just hook it straight in like this. Yeah. Then of course everywhere else needs to have these casings, and then we can have the muffler hatch like that on top. Yeah, perfect. Structure formed, just needs some maintenance. And it looks like it needs a bit of everything. So I'll click on it. Yeah, there we go. Completely done. Maintenance is fine. The implosion compressor is built. This is actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I mean, once you have the parts, it's not too bad if you know what you're doing. The whole reason we were doing this is because we need this vitrified ender pearl, which we can only get pyrolyzing some insulation, calite powder, and ender pearls. The ender pearls, that's why we needed the implosion compressor. Now we can either make it with dynamite or TNT. Or there's the powder barrel, which is just some lumber, gunpowder, and string. I mean, we definitely have lumber. I think we actually have some gunpowder. That would require us not to make anything else. I guess we could make some of this. We have to have 8 of them, though. Let's see how much gunpowder we have. We have 25 gunpowder. Now, is there any way of making gunpowder? Charcoal powder, saltpeter, and sulfur. Or coal dust, saltpeter, and sulfur. Or carbon dust, saltpeter. So basically you have to have saltpeter. We do. We actually have a ton of saltpeter dust, so if we really wanted to, we could make more gunpowder as well. So we got a bunch of ender dust here, and we're gonna need this in as well. So let's see, 8 of this then, with 16 of the powder barrels should in the implosion compressor make us a couple of ender pearls. There you go, there you go. Do you hear that? That was the implosion compressor. That And it got done so fast, it sent it back out already. And there we go. 6 ender pearls. Nice. And then the ender pearls we send to the pyrolyze oven, along with some nitrogen gas, insulation, and kaolinite powder. Interesting. So if we have ruby dust and silicon, we can react that with some chlorine and distilled water to get some kaolinite powder and chromium dust, along with some hydrochloric acid. Well, let's make a bunch of this insulation. What else is it used for? Absolutely nothing. It's just used for this. Okay. Well, seeing as how we need at least 4 of it per ender pearl, and we need, well, we have 6 ender pearls, so we could just do 24. So 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and nitrogen gas, 2400. There we go. 24 and 2400 to the pyrolyze oven. Okay, send that. Oh, because it has to be HV. And my pyrolyze oven is not HV. It is not. It is MV because it has an LV energy hatch and an LV energy hatch here. So if I want it to be HV, I need 2 MV. Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to make that real quick. So we've got the MV energy hatches. Now we just have to hook them up. And we got it there. Alright, good. Now we just have to hook it up to the power. Does this work? Oh, I'm missing one. So close. Okay, we've got the cable. Put it in right there. But the thing we forgot to do is actually replace the energy hatches with MV energy hatches. And then, of course, we have to hook up power down here. Okay. Why is that not working? Okay. It's because the energy's coming out into there, so we need to unhook that. And this should probably be replaced as well because I don't want to overload it with too much. And we've got the cable, so we might as well use it, right? Put one there, put one there, put one there, hook that up, and hook that up. Okay, there we go. Energy. The energy in there. The energy in there. Insufficient outputs. I mean, it's going to HV now, it says. Insufficient outputs. Oh no. It's a ULV output bus, and there's only one spot, and it produces 2 things, so that's not gonna work. Okay, so now we can go back down to the pyrolyze oven and swap out this ULV output bus for the LV. So, point, and point. Just swap it over there so it looks good. All right, there, it's actually working. Vitrified ender pearl. Yes, 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 yes. We got 4 ender pearls. Yeah, so we got this one plus 4 more. It's working! Haha! Vitrified ender pearl. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so we can take this off, we can take that off, we can take that off. And we got the ender pearls that we're making, so that's good. Yeah, we're getting there. Okay, now we're missing chromium rods. Oh, we're gonna need a lot of chromium. Do I have chromium in here? I know I went and I searched for a bunch, but yeah, I still don't have enough. Here we are. This is where I found a bunch of chromium. So I set up the miner and chromite. There we go. That's what we needed. All right, so a little while later, and we've got everything we need for the HV emitter, HV sensor, and I already have a battery and the monitor I made for the advanced prospector. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, that should be everything for the emitter. Check. We'll stick it right here next to the monitor. And sensor. There it is. Sensor done. Okay, so we got the sensor, the emitter, and the computer monitor. We got the battery here. And oh, looks like we're gonna need some other stuff as well. So 3 of those. And we need 2 of those. So that's sent. Okay, now we should have everything we need. Oh, look at that. Advanced prospector. Yes. Is it charged? I mean, it looks like it's charged. Yeah, it's fully charged because I had the battery charged. All right, so if I click on it now. Oh, look at, okay, let's do this right. Let's compare the two. Okay, so here's the regular one, just the 5x5. And then the new one, ooh, 7x7. Nice. And I guess this regular ore prospector we can recycle or something. If we crush it, we'll get some glass dust and steel dust out of it. Remember, kids, reduce, reuse, and recycle. There we go. Very nice. So we are almost ready for this Rene 41 dust. We've got all of these hooked up. That's what we need. We just need to add the different stuff. We've got a mixer 4 already set up. Problem is boron dust. We have no boron dust. And to get the boron dust, you can electrolyze borax. You get borax from sylvite, halite, or borax. I swear we had some borax, but I guess we're gonna have to go find some. Luckily, we've got our advanced prospector here. You can use it to find some borax. We should make a better miner too. Yeah, advanced miner 2. Let's do it. So, advanced miner, check. So we got the advanced miner, we got the prospector, create another combustion generator. Generator here, the advanced one. So what we need is we need some cetane boosted at this. So let's just grab a steel drum. It should be plenty. There we go. We need to get borax dust into here, which means we need to disable that real quick, like that. Grab this and open it up. And yes, these. Okay, we also need borax dust. We need borax dust. There it is, borax dust. Okay, we're gonna allow that. Put that in, take that off, and all of a sudden the borax dust is coming in and it's being electrolyzed, and we're making boron dust, sodium dust, water, and oxygen. Yeah, that's what we need, the boron dust. So coming over to here, yep, we've got some boron dust coming in, and this is our Rene 41 dust. And I think we have a bunch of everything except for the boron. I mean, we do have a bunch of aluminum, right? And that does need to be made on mixer 4 in at least an MV. Oh, and we need carbon monoxide as well. Okay, 1 bucket. Good. Now, how much does that make of the Rene stuff? It actually makes 14. And it makes oxygen. So that will be 14. Okay, and that should be in mixer 4. Check. Okay. Done. We do actually want to make these directional. Oh, like so. As if it's directional, it will not slosh around as much. And that is good, because less frame rate loss, less lag. So now back to here, we've got plenty of carbon monoxide, got plenty of boron. Let's say we want 16 of this, just let's say. All right, should be good. Stuff is sent around. Stuff goes in. That's not right. Why is that not right? Oh, because this is a repackager. But then why is the bottle... Oh, because they all went into the repackager. Yeah. That is a packager. That's what it needs to be. Okay. Well, we can at least grab these and we can stick these back on the line, or we can just give them to this froggy here. There we go. See, that works. Oh, it takes 46 seconds, even with the advanced mixer. So, yeah. I guess I'm glad I made it in a HV mixer, otherwise it would take a lot longer. Right, and there we go. That works. Sent stuff out. And coming back to the board. Yep, there's the Renee dust. 14 right there. We'll get another 14 because we got a second batch going in. That is cool. All right, there we go. We finally have an EBF 1. So we can process those silicon ingots. Oh, yeah. So we got the Kanthal coils on there, and instead of using another frog board to expel it, I stuck the output bus on the side so it can just go into this frog board. Okay, there we go. We had to put in a steel crate here, so anything coming out of here goes into the steel crate, anything coming out of here goes into that steel crate, and then it gets pushed into storage. And up on top here, we only needed really the one. I guess we could speed it up, but yeah, I'm okay with just this running in the background. It's not going to be running for a long time. Well, guys, that is going to be the end of the episode. We finally got the EBF1 ready so that we could do the silicon ingots. We no longer have that backup packages swirling around back there. But before I go, I'm going to take this pill and hopefully cure my illness that I picked up handling some CO2, or was it CO? I don't remember. It was one of those. Don't breathe that stuff in. It's not good for you. Always have a carbon monoxide detector in your home. Anyway, num 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 num. Yep, that worked. All right. Well, till next time. Catch you later. Bye.